Wow, I never thought we would get a Red Wedding level episode in the Star Wars universe. Wow. Now, let me preface this by saying I've yet to actually enjoy 100% of what I've seen when it comes to Star Wars The Acolyte. I know you can see 1,001 different articles or different critics out there criticizing the show for many of its flaws. One thing I think the show has done well is the character development. I think the characters are very unique, very interesting, and I enjoy each character. Same goes for the set designs. Um, the actors itself are portraying the characters perfectly. Though my biggest issue with the show thus far was its pacing. And episode 5 finally unleashed what I was waiting or what I was hoping this show was going to be from day one. Now, this is going to be a spoiler review on this episode, just my brief thoughts, because I am still mind blown. Wow. So let me back up here. So we left episode 4 in a pretty interesting cliffhanger where the Master Darth Teets, as he's being called in the fandom, the guy with the mask, whoever he is, May's master. We end the episode with him basically appearing behind Osha and first pushing all the Jedi's away while revealing his red saber. Now, that's something that we've all been questioning since episode 1. Who is the man in the mask? And this episode reveals that, though they do it in such a brilliant way. Now, all the characters we've loved and grown to enjoy throughout the show, characters like um, Yord or Jackie, they all get a great moment to shine. Though, unfortunately, like I said, this is going to be a spoiler. Nobody survives. Now, obviously, you had your multiple red shirts, those no name Jedi's who obviously we had a feeling was going to die. Same way they died in Return of the Sith by the Emperor. We had a feeling they were going to be a pretty quick one off death. But the fight scene that the guy in the mask had with all the Jedi's and all the actors itself, the choreographing was fantastic. Dare I say, this might be one of the best lightsaber duels we've ever gotten in Star Wars. It might be recency bias, but it's definitely up there. Um, just seeing Master Soul go into a kung fu fight with Master when they both lose their lightsabers for a brief moment in the episode, to the Master having a 2-for-1 special where he kebabs two Jedi's. He stabs one, forces another one onto his saber, having two stuck on the same saber. Having him take out his two lightsabers and 3 times, like poking a hole 3 times in Jackie, killing her instantly. Having him uh, just twist the neck of Yord, killing him instantly. Everything was just freaking fantastic. Um, like I said, this is spoilers. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into who is the guy behind the mask. Crimea, Major Center's character. He is a very interesting character, and the way he's able to jump back and forth between his Crimea, I guess, look and appearance to the intimidating dark Sith Lord that we still know who his name is. Perfect. He went from a bumbling, fun, weird, crazy guy to one of the most creepiest, interesting villains we've gotten in the universe in a long time. And it was a great moment. And you see Manny Jacinto's acting chops on full display there when he sees May with his mask off and he goes back to his Crimea, uh, like just bumbling voice. And he's like, "You really didn't know it's me deep down? Haha." And then he looks at everyone else and his face and his expression just changes and goes back to being dark and just full of hatred, full of fear. Exactly what the dark side represents. Fantastic. Um, And the end trust. Now we do know that May and Osha both lives, but we do know that since May tried to convince Osha to just leave together, beat the two together, but Osha ultimately is a Jedi at heart, and she tells him, "Nope, you need to be. You're a criminal. You killed so many innocent people. We have to take you in." And what does May do? She stuns her sister and then cuts her hair slightly to make it look similar enough to how Osha's is, and then changes into her outfit, basically being an imposter. And she and Master Soul gets back to the ship. Now, the tracker, the weird alien creature from episode 4, he's on the ship too, and you can see his nose sniffing. And he knows that Meg and Osha are not the same people because he's a tracker, and he's very, I guess, his species has a very intelligent nose, and he can just decipher the two people. So he's definitely going to either get Master Soul dead indirectly by a mistake when we reveal who May is, or something's going to happen next episode, and I'm very interested to see that play out. Um, Also, we do know that Crimebeard, Manny Jacinto's character, he stumbles across the stunned Osha, and he immediately knows that's not May, and it worries me. Is May stunned and her immediate, disgrace from the Jedi? Because they're not going to think that's Osha. They're going to think it's May if she ever tries going back to Coruscant. Is that going to be her turn to the dark side? Or are the two sisters basically switching sides here? I don't know. I feel like if Osha makes a 360, turns evil all of a sudden, it's going to be hard to explain. But we do know Soul is still hiding a secret, and he was about to reveal the secret at the end of the episode until May stuns him. What happened 15 years ago on their home planet that killed their whole family, the Coven of Witches? We still don't know. Now we do know Crimea, the Master, knows because he mentions it briefly to Soul, and we do know that seemingly May knows what happened. So I have a feeling whatever that 360 twist on Osha's character is going to make her turn evil is 100% going to be revealed by the Master, and she's going to have such a hate and have such a like just a anger to the Jedi as a whole. And I think, like I said, May is going to kill Soul, and I think Osha is going to be the true acolyte. Now, whether May kills Soul or Soul attacks May after the tracker revealed and gets killed by a mistake, by a ship crashing on by May's hand, and May just in tears, like trying to just rebuild her life or something. Who knows? One thing I do know is Osha is the true acolyte, and I think we're going to see that in the next couple of episodes. This is just a brief thought of what I think is going to happen here on out. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I do know we're still probably going to be getting one last flashback scene just to explain what happened in Osha's point of view, May's point of view. I do apologize. We already got Osha's point of view in episode 4 or episode 3. We're going to be getting May's point of view here soon on her flashback because, from all we know, is May's the one who killed the family, but I don't think that's true. I think the Jedi are the ones who massacred the witches and they blamed it on May. That's my opinion or my thought process theory. We'll see what happens. Definitely, this was a redeeming episode for the Acolyte. I'll be honest. After last episode, I said to myself and to Jay, that's why I haven't posted a video on this show in a while. If this show does not capture my attention by next episode, I might be out. It captures my attention, alright. This is what I want. Disney, this is what the fans are waiting for. This episode reminded me of something that Andor would do. It was well choreographed. The impacts felt real. The lightsaber duels felt like there was so much emotion and so much drama and so much power behind it. The kung fu fight scene between Crimea and Soul, fantastic. The punches, the kicks, the force pushes and the force punches, like just everything was incredible. And if this is how the show is going to end, if this is how the next couple of episodes are going to be like, I think this show itself is going to be redeemed. That said, if the next couple of episodes are kind of like how episode 2 and 3 were, I'll be kind of upset. They showed in episode 5 that they can do great stuff, and I hope they keep this momentum going because this is what the fans have been wanting for, and this is what we've been waiting for. And if they continue this, feed me, please. That's all I'm gonna say. This was a 10 out of 10 episode. This was a theater pop episode. 30 minutes of just straight action. Just good story progression, but just fantastic action. Some of the best deaths, some of the most gruesome and epic attacks that Star Wars has ever seen. Um, Simple as that. All I gotta say is Darth Teets. Still, we don't have a name for him. Might be one of my favorite villains of the Star Wars universe, and we've only had him for like 2 episodes. So, I mean, my man can fight, and Maya Jacinto killed it this episode. So, that's all I'm gonna say here. Drop a like, comment. Let me know if you disagree with what I said. See you guys.